I remember my mindset before self-improvement. So what I used to do was think that like there's like no way to get whatever you want in life. So let's say it's about money, getting rich, having the hottest girlfriend in the world. Maybe it's like other stuff which is usually quite big goals for your life. And a lot of people are just talking about how you have to be lucky, or you cannot achieve everything in your life, or like you're not special and something like that. You have to be special, you have to have a talent or some dumb shit, right? So basically you either have it or you don't. So if for the start of your life you haven't achieved anything, how people are talking about that a person is born a warrior or some shit like that, right? In my opinion, a warrior is made. Like a genius, like basically like a person who achieves in life, in my opinion, is someone who makes it by themselves, who improves, who has maybe a shit beginning and an amazing future because of this, like, fuck this event and other things which helped to to get that person from point A to point B to now have all the success that the person wants. I was also not getting a lot of good grades as well in school, and I thought that was my learning potential, that I could not get any more, right? That was it, right? Just me getting a 20 out of 20, basically like an A plus would be fucking impossible or super hard, only like if there were like easy subjects or easy questions on the tests. Other than that, though, like the harder tests, I couldn't pass for some reason, right? It was just like a limiting belief that, this is my potential, I'm gonna stay here, right? So basically caging myself in one spot. I also couldn't concentrate on work for more than like 30 minutes before scrolling on my phone, or I don't know, picking my nails or doing whatever else just to not do the work. But everything is different now, because what I've learned is to change up my mindset, change up perspective on things. And now with this new mindset, this new winner's mindset, I am going on life and just actually improving so much more. I don't have those limiting beliefs anymore. They have been broken already. Nothing is stopping me now from getting whatever I want, to getting the job I want, to focusing way more than 2 or 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day on my important work that I actually love to do. This is very important, because if you just let yourself not do anything in life and just be stuck at a certain point, like the fleas in the jar analogy, where they put fleas in a jar and they close it up and they just bounce to one point, and once they open the can, right, so there was no lid, they just bounced to that point where the can was at, like the lid was at. So they weren't going above that, but before they were. And that was just basically kind of like conditioning them to stay inside, right? And after that, it was just like a known, like a fact for them that they couldn't get out. So they didn't even try. We don't want you to be like that. And that's why I'll break your limiting beliefs and teach you how to have a mindset of a winner. Subscribe right now before we start this video so that you can help this channel grow. Also, click the first link in the description to join our movement and the community. And I also have a free course in there to help you improve your attractiveness starting from now. So get in right now while it's still free. The first thing that I would suggest for you to do is learn to love pain. So whenever you're going through a breakup, whenever you're going through like a hard time in your life, right? Whenever you're trying to hit those last 2 reps, but you just feel like you can't anymore, that's when you push yourself. That's when you have to keep going, because that's the indicator that, okay, I'm gonna like fucking fail. I'm gonna be a failure, or I'm gonna fucking win, right? In my opinion, that's literally like whenever you're thinking about how you just push yourself, or wherever the hard moments are, right? Because a lot of people are talking about how, yeah, it's easy to do this, do that, right? But most of the times those guys are competing and winning whenever they have good days, which may be like frequently, right? But on your bad day, can you beat your worst enemy on his good day? And that's the thing. You have to be able to beat another person or beat someone else. Think of someone in your head, right? Just being in competition with them and thinking that, okay, he would do the last 2 reps, right? So I'm gonna do 2 more after that. And that's how you're gonna win. You should like keep going, because that's the moment where you have to prove to yourself that, okay, I can do this shit. I will fucking win. And that's when you're not a coward. That's when you hit those last 2 reps, when you keep going, when you just continue your work. That's where you fucking win, bro. Or you can just choose to be a little bitch and just stop and not keep going and not hit those last 2 reps and start eating junk food and doing dumb shit, right? Which I'm not gonna lie, I have done the same thing before, and I'm not proud of that, right? But I would suggest for you to just like try to avoid that as much as possible, because it's not benefiting you in any way. Of course, we're humans, sometimes it's gonna happen, but most of the times you should just say fuck you to your emotions, right? Just like control them and tell them that, okay, right now I have to work. Fuck you feelings. I have to work right now. So you can either choose the bad pleasures, which make you feel like shit later on, or the pain right now of discipline, which will make you feel amazing later, which will give you fucking pleasure and reassurance that I am fucking worth it. I can do this shit, right? And that's what we want. Imagine you really want to get something really big. Like, let's say, for example, your dream woman, or you want to get that nice car, that, I don't know, that Ferrari that you wanted since you were a child, right? Or having that cool tech, having the whole setup with the LED lights, the aesthetic room with a purifier and a floating globe or whatever the fuck, right? Having your laptop there, 2 big screens, having like the whole setup, all that geek shit, right? Because I'm into that as well, right? But there are a lot of people out there who just think that this is impossible for a lot of them, or it's super hard to get there. But it's like, bro, everyone can do it. There's no special person who can and like others cannot, or some shit like that, right? Everybody can. Everybody has the potential in them to do it. Like, let's say, for example, me, right? I'm going to the gym, okay? For 8 years, I've been going. Like, for my shoulders, for example, right? I don't have the best genetics, but I still have pretty big shoulders, like, especially compared to the times when I didn't work out as hard or when I started going to the gym, right? It's because I kept going, I kept working on it. Of course, like, it has to do with, genetics sometimes, but the point is that whenever you want to do something different, like make money, whenever you want to buy something, for example, right? Or achieve that, get that dream goal that you ever wanted, or, build that nice physique, you're gonna have to play the right cards, right? You're gonna have to play your cards right. So you were dealt cards, which is like, you're short, but you have like big muscles, and you have shit hair, but you have this and that, right? And you have to play it in a way so that it's more beneficial towards you, right? So maximize the stats that you believe that you're good at. And the other parts, you want to just ignore. You want to just make them less visible, right? By making the other parts of you just way more apparent, right? Just highlight them way more so that people, when they see you, for example, when you're talking about your physique, right? Maybe you don't have big shoulders, but if you have big arms, a big chest, a huge neck, right? They won't really care about the shoulders, right? That much, at least. And that's exactly what I'm doing as well. So don't think that I'm just pulling that out of my ass. Keep going, but just have that belief in you. You need to have that belief that, and break it, that you have to break that limiting belief that I can do it. Because yes, you can, bro. If you actually want it that bad and you are willing to work hard towards it, fucking weeks, months, years to get to that point, and you're ready to sacrifice a fuck ton, and never give up, bro. Just like have that growth mindset. You're done, bro. That's how you win. That's how everybody wins. Doing something ordinary for an extraordinary period of time. So the other thing is that I believe that I couldn't be productive for more than 30 minutes because I would get distracted, right? But then I was thinking that, bro, find what you love. Because let me give you an example, right? Because whenever I went to high school, and all throughout school in general, right, I just wasn't as good of a student. I always procrastinated, and a lot of the times I didn't study, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, right? So I was kind of behind than most of the kids in my class and in other areas. But then I was thinking that, like, whenever I started entrepreneurship and reading more books and starting my own business and stuff like that, especially when I wanted to start this YouTube channel and just grow it, just make more content, improve the content, the editing, the scripts, everything, right? I had to put in the work, just edit the script, edit the video, record the video, so much stuff that has to go behind the scenes for me to create the video that you're looking at right now. And I had to put in that grind because at some point I even just posted like every single day. So I had to come up with ideas. I had to have like 7 videos ahead for like the next week, like if something happened, because I have to post every single day. I'm working so much more right now because I'm doing what I want to do actually, right? Because I see that there's potential and I want to keep improving. I want to keep uploading, because I know that if I keep doing this for 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 months, a little bit more, right? I'm going to get to a certain point where I'm going to be getting results. And from those results, then it's going to be much easier to keep going because you have already some results to show for it. And from that point forward, it just like becomes a snowball, and it's just fucking easier to win because you have previous wins. It just motivates you to get more wins. And the more wins you get, just like compounds everything together, and that's how you win. The hardest part is to get to that point where you're getting the results though. And I'm not even gonna lie, right? The productivity that I have right now is so fucking huge, bro, that I could easily mug, I don't know, 100% of my fucking school in tests, in whatever, like exams, easy, because I'm literally aligning 100% of my day to become successful, to win, to get those views, to just improve, to get that money, right? I'm doing all that, like my 100% of my day is based around that. So whenever I'm finished with my work, which is my main thing, right? My deep work, I'm gonna read a book, which is gonna help me with one of the skills for that business. I'm gonna go on a hike. I'm gonna go, to the gym, which is also helping me with my business, because if I'm more healthy, if I'm feeling better, of course I'm gonna perform better anyway. So it's like an extra bonus, and whatever I'm doing has to do with me improving. So how can you compete with me? Like the normal kids, especially at my age, at that point, when they used to study like 3 to 4 or 5 hours a day. Bitch, if I wanted to, I would study 12 just to mug your ass. That's why I believe you may think that I cannot do this. I cannot study for more than half an hour, 1 hour. But have you found something that you're actually interested in as much as me, so that you want to work even more, so that you want to track your time and be able to see, okay, this is how many hours I've been in deep work? Because I've done that before. And it's amazing because you're just getting so much more done and you feel so much more accomplished and fulfilled because you're actually working on something important and you feel like, okay, I'm not a fucking piece of shit. I'm doing the work. You might be thinking that I can't amount to anything. And what I would say to that is just a quick quote before leaving. He who says he can and he who says he cannot are both correct. I think it's Confucius. I don't fucking know his name, right? But the point is that if you believe that you cannot do it, if you believe that you cannot win in life, of course you're not gonna win, because you're gonna set yourself up for failure. Because whenever something is gonna happen, like you're gonna be in a shitty situation and you wanna make a decision, right? You're gonna take the easy way out. You're gonna take the way out which aligns more towards your identity, which you have placed on yourself, that you cannot do it, right? You cannot win. But if you just wake up and the only thing you're doing, and in your head, whenever you're making jokes in the mirror, right, you're just saying that I'm gonna win. I'm a winner. I believe in myself. I can do this. Then you're much, much more likely to win. That's the point of the quote. Stop wasting time.